Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Last Page podcast. We are your hosts, Mariana and Nikki.
Guys, me being
It's
normal
book
for
club.
5-second challenge impossible. Whenever you're doing the intro, like, what do? I just sit there. I want to make faces. I can't.
Yeah, you just sit in silence, please.
Yeah.
My moment.
Sitting in silence that doesn't occur very often for me.
Oh my gosh, actually funny that you say that. This morning I was walking with Ben. He will walk me to the train station. And I was talking, and I realized he hasn't said anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, I am my mom. Like, she'll just talk at my dad, and he'll be like, yeah. Sometimes he'll be engaging and whatever. But for the most part, she's just telling random stories. And that was me today. And I was just talking, and I could not shut my trap.
That's how Ricky is. He loves to go on a rant. And
I don't know what I was even saying.
Yeah, it's funny because you would kind of think I'm like that, but I feel like I'm kind of not like that. I like to be loud and like obnoxious in a conversation, but I'm not much of a full storyteller necessarily. Like, I'm not going to trap someone and tell them a story. Maybe you disagree, but
no, I think
Ricky does that to me a lot.
Not a story.
Want to go on and on and on about something, and I'm like, okay, babe, I'm trying to be supportive. I'm like,
not even a story, but more of like, oh, this was happened, or this is gossip, if this is going on at the
I do love a good
office
piece of gossip, I will say.
Yeah, I have so many.
You have so many pieces of gossip? Okay, share.
I can't. I'll tell you offline.
Ooh, okay. I'm trying to think if I have any gossip for anyone. How was your Valentine's Day? We haven't talked since Valentine's Day on the pod.
Have we not? Oh yeah, no. I was like, we just talked the other day. Great. Valentine's Day was great, you guys. We went to, as Ben disclosed, Lucky and Joy, the restaurant. And it was nice. We literally didn't really do anything. I had my last pottery session of my 6-week course on Valentine's Day. So I did that in the morning. And
did you get your finished things?
No, so it was the last session, which is the last. You do wheel throwing for 4 weeks. And then you do trimming on the 5th week. And then on the 6th week, the pieces that you've trimmed, you glaze them. So you get to choose the color and stuff, which is really fun. You dunk them in the water. Okay. So you do those all at once. I have a few coming in, and I'm so excited. I think they're firing. It's supposed to be really expensive to fire a kiln. So they fire it once a month, I think.
I see. So you're going to get
anyway, so I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back on the 25th because I'm starting another 6 weeks. Yes, you guessed it. I'm obsessed. As Nikki said, I have infiltrated our entire Explore page for the Last Page.
Oh my God, you guys. Look, I'm really okay, so we obviously have our Last Page podcast Instagram account. We have our TikTok account. Go follow us, whatever. So I go on there, and one thing I like to do when I'm on the pod is engage with other book creators. So I'll pop onto the Explore feed. I'll pop onto the Reels tab. Leave somebody a little comment. Leave somebody a little follow. Oh no, I pop onto the Explore page. The entire thing is pottery. And I was like, Mariana, you've really messed up the algorithm on here. We need to take that to your personal account. Okay. But it was funny because I was scrolling through Reels before I noticed it. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of crafting stuff. I guess that's book related. How fun. I love a craft. And then I started to see pottery. And I go, that's suspicious.
And I was like, this is so awkward. So what happened, you guys, is that I usually will go wake up and go to our DMs, and they're flooded with all your guys' messages stop. But then I will just stay. I never post on my personal Instagram. I never post on my personal book Instagram. And all I do is scroll through our Last Page one. So I use that one as my own. Mm-hmm. So I will have to take that offline to my personal one. Switching back and forth is so annoying. Anyway.
Yeah. But
it's okay. Props.
It's okay. It's somewhat related. Well, that's really exciting. I can't wait to see your finished pieces.
I know. I think next 6 sessions I'm going to do bowls. And I'm doing...
Didn't you do bowls already?
I'm going to make Nikki a gift, you guys. Oh. So just be prepared.
Is it a matcha bowl?
No. What is that?
Oh. Are you lying?
No, what do you mean a matcha bowl? Isn't that just any bowl?
Oh, it's just a little bowl with a little spout. A little pinched part. Can you do a spout, or is that too advanced?
Well, rude, first of all. I've been there for 6 weeks.
Seems hard. I don't know. You said you could try?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you want to make me a matcha bowl. I mean, I'll take whatever you give me. I'm very excited. You kept talking.
Okay, well, I didn't even ask her to choose something. I said I was going to make something from the...
I said, perfect. I want an abstract vase. a vase, perhaps. Something a little bit organic,
Yeah.
wavy,
Yeah, earthy,
large, earthy. Yeah. I don't know how you're going to get it to me,
Large,
but
how am I supposed to transport that?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hmm.
Anywho,
I can't wait.
that's me. I can't wait.
Well, my update that I have been dying to talk about, I actually posted a video about it today, guys. So if you want to go to my book talk, you can find it there. I saw Wuthering Heights finally. And I have many, many things to say. First of all, Jacob Elordi is so fine. Like,
so fly.
He is so, oh my God. They did put him in like a pretty crazy looking wig for a little bit of the movie because he had to have long hair. Not a fan of that. I thought they could have done a better job with that wig, but oh my God, he is fly, fly, fly. So that was a fun part of it. I also really loved the visuals of it all. Like the costuming was immaculate, beautiful, stunning. All the set design, everything, like the music, the vibes were for sure right. And a lot of people were complaining about the costuming not being like historically accurate to the time period. And I was like, who literally cares? Like, I don't care at all. Like, because it was so outlandish that it like, it didn't matter to me. It wasn't like it was like just sort of off. It was like very intentionally not time period correct.
Well, it's like Wuthering Heights.
Right, exactly. It's the quotes. So that is partially where some of my criticisms come in, is obviously it's an interpretation of the story. A lot of things were different. I actually didn't think it was as different as people were really complaining about. Because you know me, like I don't, it's hard to do a book to movie adaptation right. And like we had a whole thing about people we meet on vacation. Those changes to me in that movie felt unintentional. Like it was just random. Like they were just changing things randomly. All the changes in here felt intentional because it was like a stylistic choice, Yeah. So that made sense to me. However, this is a lot of people's criticisms and I don't think we can gloss over it. Heathcliff in the book is intentionally a person of color, and they did indeed choose Jacob Elordi to play him. So that was a bit problematic for me. And it didn't necessarily take away from the movie. Like if you watch the movie as a standalone and didn't know that fact, that's fine. Like you wouldn't have noticed. But taking a person of color away from a role from like a book to movie adaptation feels weird to me. I'm okay with the opposite, sure. Like put more people of color in them, like represent. Yeah, great. But going the opposite way, I'm like, if that's supposed to be like probably a black man and you're casting a white guy, I didn't love that. I saw that quite a lot because I remember from that one chapter that I read from Wuthering Heights when I was on my way to Paris is they literally the entire first chapter is like describing him. Yes. Like whatever the main character's name is. Yes. He's like darker skin. And it has like a different hair texture. I don't think they ever, it is somewhat ambiguous. They never like specifically say he's black or whatever, but that's the implication. He's either black or he's some type, like, you just don't know. But it's like, that was a weird change to me, especially, it's a bit problematic given the current climate. The other thing they did is they put people of color into roles that were supposed to be like blonde, blue-eyed white people. But then like Nellie, for example, she's like the maid who kind of tells the story. She's like the main storyteller of the whole story. She's supposed to be white, and they put an Asian woman into that role. But then they made the character more unlikable than she was in the book and like more sinister. And I was like, so what you're telling me is you're making us like the main guy who's really kind of evil in the book, but now you're making him likable as a white guy. Hey. It was an interesting choice. So it was kind of I think that soured the whole movie for me to where it's like, you can make a beautiful, stunning, amazing movie, but if it's going to be like having a little bit of a racist casting moment, like it's not going to matter. So it was a hard one for me. I saw like backlash for that. And I feel like a lot of people on Instagram like have done more research or have studied the book for longer than I ever will in my whole entire life. And so they like were able to like reference some stuff. So I feel like, I don't even know who the director is of this, but it's Wuthering Heights, I think. It's weird because all of the other changes can be explained away to me, like with adding all of the smut and all the sexy scenes, whatever. Like I can understand the stylistic reasoning for that. Obviously, it's not book accurate, but she, it's just how she wanted to interpret it. It's fine. But how do you explain interpreting a white man into a black man's role? You know what I mean? Like that, it's like you can't.
It's weird.
There's no reasoning for it. And she was like, oh yeah, you know, I made the movie based on how I remembered it in my mind, like when I read it as a girl, whatever. And it's like, so you remember
Why don't you read it again? Why don't you try reading it again and tell me?
Yeah. So that was really the only thing. The rest of it, everybody's like, it's not like the book at all. And I'm like, honestly, it kind of is like the book, and the changes made sense to me. So I don't care about all that. I don't care about the costumes. I don't care about
And Jacob already put his fingers in Margot Robbie's mouth, or the reverse.
I mean, it was definitely hot, sexy.
Spicy.
Yes. Like I was living. And Jacob Elordi did amazing. That's the thing. He was great.
Like Jacob Elordi is a handsome man, but like, and I'm going to tell him right now, like, do not come trying to ask me out, because I will say no. Like, he's kind of like, I don't know. He's just not for me. All the offense. Like,
I don't know. I think you might need to give it a gander, because he is very cute in that movie.
I don't know. Something about his face is just not for me.
I feel like you're not really into like saying this as you're dating Ben, like a white boy. Like you like
I don't think he's a white boy, is he?
Jacob Elordi?
Yeah, I mean, he's like Australian, but like he's not like blonde.
No, he's like he's just like very much my type. Like he's like a tall white boy who has like dark hair, dark eye moment.
Yeah.
That's like my
I don't
vibe.
know. I don't know. I think I watched some of Euphoria, and it's like,
oh, well, he's a really awful
I know, and
that.
he like freaks me out.
Stop,
and that's Jacob Elordi, back off. I do not want to date you. God.
He's like, please, Mariana. No, it was really good. And his acting was very good in the movie. I thought he did a great job. The ending, I was crying. It was a whole thing. Yeah. Like, he got me.
I feel like Jacob Elordi is what Austin Butler wanted to be.
Oh, see, I am so anti Austin Butler.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, are you? Okay. I was going to say he gives me like such the ick, but I also like cannot with a blonde guy. Absolutely not.
Well, yeah, but also he's like a traitor to our sweet Vanessa Hudgens. Like, ugh.
Well,
but I feel like that's
really that.
Oh, what did he do to you?
Huh?
What did he do to you?
Who? Austin Butler? Oh, nothing. I just think he's just annoying. I don't know.
Oh, kind of sorry. Like I meant more like he did Elvis, and he thought like that was going to be it. And then Jacob Elordi also did Elvis, and then he did Frankenstein, and then he did this, and it's like I feel like there's more momentum for him.
Yeah, because Jacob Elordi is like so significantly hotter and more dreamy and cooler to me. I mean,
I guess. To me, you're timeless to me.
Yeah. So anyways, that's how I felt about the movie. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. I think it's one of those where if you don't understand like the context of it all, like sure, you'd like the movie. I thought it was like kind of slow and boring in parts personally, but I just am not a movie person. So if you can't keep my attention reading the book. I really am proud of myself as well, because it was a doozy, but I honestly enjoyed it. I see why people like it. And it's interesting too, because we came out of the movie and Ricky was like, both of the main characters are awful. Like I was not rooting for either of them. And I'm like, that's the crazy thing, is like, that's the whole point of it. Like in the book, you hate both of them. And I think that is part of the romanticizing of the movie, is they wanted you to kind of root for them a little bit. So they made them a little bit less, especially Heathcliff, like was made to be a bit less evil than the book. But then I'm like, but is it because you want us to be in love with Jacob? It's like the character development is kind of gone. Yeah, it was interesting. So I don't know. That's how I feel. Yeah. I do want to say, if you're watching on video, I have glasses on, so there might be a little bit of glare. Also know that I don't have a drip of makeup, so that's why I put my glasses to hide most of my face. So you're looking radiant and youthful as well.
I'm like so fit, and I went to the gym, and then I showered, and like I rushed over here to the studio. So
is your hair? Yeah. Did you wash your hair?
Yeah, I showered. It's wet. It's like drying right now.
That's how your natural hair dries?
Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm blessed up. Yes, but that's only because it's short. It's short and it's healthy. When it's long and scraggly, it's like, ugh.
You should just wear it like that. It looks really cute. It's like wavy. We need to get you in a wavy hair routine. I bet you could get some pretty tight waves out of that, because your mom's hair is curly.
My mom's hair is so curly, you guys, and she cuts it off when it gets straight. Like whenever like her curl, when you have curly hair, sometimes some of it goes straight, or if you whatever, she just cuts it off.
Well, her little short haircut is so cute.
I know, it is cute.
Yeah.
By the way, she wanted me to tell you, I told her to DM you but she's having a birthday party, my mom is, and she wants to invite Nikki.
Oh my God.
And I was
I
like, can you
love
just send
her.
it to her on Instagram? And she goes, no, you do it. She's like shy.
I would love to be there. I can't wait.
Perfect.
Well, that is basically all of the updates I have besides that it's raining here in SoCal and everybody's miserable.
Same here.
I mean,
Can I just say, I
we've
was
had 2
shaving my
days of
legs
rain.
the other
Nobody's
day.
okay.
I know, I saw that, the floods and stuff.
Dramatic.
I was shaving my legs and I realized I haven't had a lick of sun touch my calves in months. Like actual months.
It is crazy because you're like so pale right now compared to how
I
you
know.
could get.
I
I mean, I feel the
know.
same way. Like I feel like a ghost out in these streets because I've been doing my laser for the wedding. Because normally I'm a
Mm,
self-tan queen. Like I'll self tan it up. I'm doing laser, and so you can't have any tan. And I'm doing it like pretty much monthly to try and become hairless and squeaky clean. And
like your hairless cat that you want.
like my hairless cat that I want. And so I can't self tan. And so it's a whole thing. So I can't wait until my bachelorette because I'm going to get a dark spray tan to the gods and I'm going to be looking
Yeah.
so good. And I also
I
haven't
want I
been tan
want
since I started working out. And oh my God, me with a tan and a fit little bod. I can't wait.
I know. Today I did my workout. Okay, tell me if you guys feel this. I did my workout and I went to log it and my Apple Watch was dead. And I was like, why am I even in this class?
Oh, that's devastating. That's
I
like whenever
know.
I'm not wearing my Aura ring and I'm walking too much, I'm like, oh my God, I need to put it on right now because I got to catch my
No,
steps.
I'm literally like, this is a waste. Like, this is why you become obsessed with like technology.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway,
Well,
That's it. That's the whole episode, guys. Bye.
that's it. No, guys, we never really said why we were here.
Oh yeah. I said book club ep. I did.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, we're here for our book club episode for February. It's time for a first time caller, BK Borison. We're going to do a little chit chat. But before we jump into it, we do have our beloved segment, and that would be
Book rec of the week.
Book Rec of the Week. Yay!
Yay. I got it
Guys,
right. I didn't do it again.
yes, we nailed it finally. I wish we could do it at the same time, but we have a bit of a lag while we're FaceTiming to record. But
Unfortunately.
guys, if you are not familiar with Book Rec of the Week, maybe it's your first time listening to us. Maybe we haven't done it for a couple episodes.
Maybe you're a first time listener.
Maybe you're a first time listener. Essentially, we are taking book recommendations from y'all. So either comment on this episode, you can DM us, you can comment on Instagram, wherever you want, and send us what book you've been loving recently. If you have a recommendation for everyone, we'll read it out on the pod, but give us a little bit of oomph. Like, we want to know more than just the title. Like, tell us why you love it, you know? So this week's rec comes from Caitlin on Instagram. She DM'd it to us. Very exciting. We love to talk to you guys in our DMs. She said that she recommends the book called You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel, which I have not heard of.
You deserve each other. Me and Buck.
Hey, Nessa. Nessa.
Nessa.
Hey, Nessa.
I got
Anyway.
something to confess.
Yeah. Okay. You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. Second chance, engaged couple, love to hate to love. This is my most recent read, and I cannot stop thinking about it. So
Honestly, the cap blocks and the exclamation points always get me. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot wait.
yeah, she hit us with the I cannot stop thinking
Yeah.
about it, which is pretty passionate. Also, though, I don't know that I'm ready to be reading this. Like, engaged couple, love to hate to love. Like, that would stress me out, being an engaged couple. So I think I'm going to have to wait on this one, personally.
Until what? Until you're married?
Until I'm
For
married
6
and then
months?
Ricky is locked in legally to me. As if he wanted to
Yeah,
leave me, he
true.
would have done it in 8 years. But, you know, he's
Yeah.
already tied down.
He's like, I have tried
Yeah, he's like,
so
"Ugh,
much.
help me, please." No. He wishes, my God, he would never leave me.
Maybe the High Lord will come and never mind.
What? Did you want to talk about how your feelings on Avatar?
I was, but I don't want any spoilers.
Oh,
That's why I did.
well,
That's why I stopped myself.
you can say hi, Lord, and just don't say who.
Okay, maybe the High Lord will come and take you away from your wedding.
Yeah, but you're not vibing with the High Lord. Why don't you tell everyone about that?
You guys, everyone's gonna hate me.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
so here's what's happening, you guys. Am I reading Throne of Glass? No. But what I am doing is I'm rereading ACOTAR.
Guys, please bully her in the comments and make her read Throne of Glass. Like, why are we not forcing her to read Throne of Glass?
Oh my God, I can't. I was DMing someone that DM'd us, and she sent like a fantasy rack, and I was like, I haven't read Throne of Glass. She's like, okay, well, you need to read it first of
Yeah.
all.
Yes. Thank you.
So okay, I'm rereading. See, but I don't want to give any spoilers. I can't.
Okay, well, just say,
But just know, you guys, I'm getting the ick major from a special someone that we all know
and
and
we
love.
love.
Yes, but I can't. I literally can't even say it because if you're not watched, you know.
Okay, well, my husband, and if you know
It's
who my
giving me the
husband
ick.
is out of the ACOTAR series, everyone, thank you so much. Little Bat Daddy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, crazy, crazy. People have already come for you
Oh.
for Zayden, and you're slanderous.
I know.
Talk
You know
towards
what?
Daddy Zadie.
Nobody's sending me hate, but just know,
But
you
not
know that
the
there's
ick
some people.
permanently. Like, it's like the ick that you get like with a boyfriend, and you're like, oh, they're so cute, but like, why are you touching your feet
Like,
like
why
that?
are you being so annoying? Oh my God, so mopey. Like, oh my God, if this was
He's been through a lot.
him
Leave
in
him
real,
alone.
yeah, not my problem. Come on. Anyway, I'm rereading it, and I could see, why if you are reading it in the wrong mindset, you hate this series. Like, I could
Really?
see that. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know, but I do love. I mean, I'm already almost done with the second book. Even though, okay, I'm almost done. Tell me why there's still 7 hours left on my freaking Kindle. I know. I didn't realize
What?
it was that long. Maybe it's only
Really?
because I'm reading it at night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, I am still like chugging through Crescent City 3 because I really felt like I was flying through it, and I still have half the book left and like many, many, many hours of the audiobook. So we'll see.
Mm.
But it's because I stopped so I could read Wuthering Heights, and then I could read First Time Caller. And maybe we need to jump in because we
I know.
both just
Okay,
finished
okay, we
First
should,
Time
we should.
Caller about 2 hours ago.
Why are you gonna tell them? My hair's not
Guys,
even done drying and I just finished it.
they already knew this, guys. It wouldn't be a last page pod episode. Also, I was cracking up because if you guys are watching this, watch last week's episode where we do like a little get to know us episode. And I was talking about how I'm always like editing them and finishing editing them at 10 p.m. the night before it goes live. Me literally listening to that 10 p.m. the night before. Like I was like,
I know.
oh, I've been called out. So I do
So
edit
bad.
these last minute. So it's a little crazy, but here we
It's
are.
okay. That's what makes us really special. If you guys want us to release them earlier, let us know.
That's gonna be a no from the editing department.
IT said that cannot happen.
IT said that can't happen, and IT said we're not inserting photos in the episodes anymore. It's like, oh, I'm gonna insert a photo of this. Nope, no, you're not. No, you're not.
You're not. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna share with you guys on stories. So if you are listening day of episode, like there'll most likely be like some sort of stories that we'll post and reference, and you'll get it. And it's just for you listener right now that
theory.
knows the inside joke.
Just like you all know the inside joke of
No,
Snail
don't say
Trail
it, don't
Gang.
say it.
Drop
I
it in
knew
the
it.
comments. STG, rise up. If you know that
No.
Snail Trail, drop some snail emojis in the comments. Okay, guys. So
Anyway,
so we are talking about First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. Very excited to talk about this book. It's like a cute little fun romance. Everybody was saying it's perfect for Valentine's Day month,
yeah.
which I love. And then after we go through it, talk through our thoughts, we'll be announcing the next book club pick for March. And it's going to be a surprise to all of us because the poll was pretty close. So we'll see
I know.
who ends up winning by the time
I
we're
was
done.
shocked what was leading this morning, and it's like 8 p.m. and I feel like it's probably so different now.
Yeah, it was like last time I checked a couple hours ago, it was like 1 vote different. So we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
I never vote. Do you vote?
I usually don't vote, but maybe we could vote
Okay,
if
I
it's a
don't
tie.
either. Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, but I will be swayed.
Yeah.
Okay, for everyone who read First Time Caller, obviously let us know if you liked it in the comments and stuff. But it's basically about this single mom named Lucy who has a 12-year-old daughter. And one night she like hears her daughter on the phone, her room like locked up. You put like your comforter kind of lining so that
That
you
was
can't
so
hear
funny.
what you're doing in your room, like so crazy. And she's like, who is my daughter talking to? Like, what's going on? Come to find out, her daughter is on the phone with a radio station, which we know and love, named Heartstrings. She hears a man on the other end of the line, and Lucy's like, "Why are you talking to a man? It's 10 p.m. Go to bed." And basically, we find out that Maya, who is Lucy's daughter, has called Heartstrings Radio because she wants to find love for her mom, which is very sweet.
So sweet.
And she's on the phone, and she's basically like, "I thought my mom was lonely, and I want you to help her find love." On the other end of the line is sweet, sweet, sexy voice Aiden, who is the radio show host. I thought it was so funny. Like, I was listening to the audiobook, and then during this, like, the character of Lucy is like outraged. And
Yeah.
did you listen as well?
Yeah, I did.
I feel like it added such a fun element, and I loved Maya. I listened to this on audiobook, by the way, you guys. I loved Maya's character. Like, she's just so funny and like little
Me too.
sneaky.
She's smart. And it was funny too. Like, I just thought this was such a fun concept.
I
Because it
know.
was some of the book, and we'll get to this later, obviously, some of it felt kind of, stereotypical
Yeah.
romance book, whatever. But the whole concept of it was so fun. And the visuals
know.
of like them being in the recording booth, like all this stuff. Like, it was just such a fun little, I liked it. I liked it.
I like that element too. So basically, Lucy's then on the call with Aiden saying, like, "Why are you talking to my daughter? She's underage." And this kind of kicks off the entire rest of the book. They have a call, and he's like, "Your daughter wants you to find love. She thinks you're lonely." And Lucy kind of realizes that, like, maybe she is a little bit lonely, and she has a conversation with Aiden saying, "I want magic in my love. Like, I want someone who puts an effort and thinks that I'm worth all the effort." Which I feel like it's very relatable. Just kind of wanting someone to go above and beyond when they care about you, even if it's like something very, very lame. It's like at least you're trying. And obviously what is it? The bar is on the ground. The bar is on the floor.
Oh, the bar's in hell.
Yes. Basically, as we all know, the bar is in hell. And so all she wants is someone to care about her. And so they go back and forth. Aiden's like, "Well, I think it's silly. I don't think romance is real." And he's kind of a cynic when it comes to that, which I thought was rude. Her like spilling her heart out and him just being weirdo. Anywho, Aiden and her basically decide that he will help her find love via the radio station, and then kind of help her find love.
Yeah. They like do the whole show together and stuff. I liked how it kind of slow dripped the backstory between like for each of them, because it kind of explained why. Because at first it was like, geez, this guy's like kind of an asshole. He's very closed off or whatever. Then we start getting a little bit more backstory as to like his mom went through a couple rounds of cancer treatment, and like he was really scarred from that. And there were different things like with her past too. And once we find out that like her parents essentially disown her, it's like all these things that kind of lead to why they're disillusioned with love a little bit. But then also this whole thing kind of plays on, and we can get into it, like how hard it is to date as an adult, let alone probably how hard it is to date as a mom, like a single mom.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say necessarily that she's like a single mom, because she's basically co-parenting like very actively with the father and his husband and stuff. But yeah, and even that whole dynamic was fun. Like I loved Grayson and Mateo.
I know.
And it was so cute.
It was very cute. Basically, Maya's dad and her had her when she was 16, and now he's married to Mateo, and they like co-parent their neighbors. She has I think what I like gathered is like obviously she has a lot of love around her, but none of it is just for her and like that relationship, which I think is like kind of what she craved. So we go on to basically find out, or we go on this journey with Lucy and Aiden, where she goes into the radio station a few times a week. They do like a little segment called, what is it called? Lucy's Road to Love by like Mr. Tire sponsorship. I thought that was so funny. And so she gets on call, like people call in and they're able to like ask her questions and talk to Lucy. And the point of it is that she'll start going on dates.
Well, and of course there are a bunch of freaking weirdos. Because men are literally
she
weird.
does with literally the worst guys ever.
Oh,
like how on earth did she get so unlucky?
The amount of rage radiating out of my body when she went on that date and he was like, oh, you're pathetic. Like, this is like so embarrassing. I knew I could get you out on a date by saying the right things.
Ew.
Oh my God. I was fuming.
I know. I
Fuming.
hate that. That's kind of like, I guess, it's like I feel like a lot of people go through this. Like you go on so many dates and they all just suck. And so you kind of give up and then you have hope again. And then just to be right, like let down right back. Like
Ugh.
insane.
Well, it's just sad how it's like that is such a, and I felt like I couldn't relate to this whole dating portion of the book because I never really got to
Yeah.
date properly, especially as an adult. Like it was pretty much any of my dating experience was like college. And
Yeah.
but it's like from stories I've heard from everyone, it's like this is literally how it is. It's just like
I know.
absolute like garbage out there. And it's like you have to like and the way that she's saying too, she's like, I just want to find someone organically and like
I
have them, you know,
know.
be interested in me at a coffee shop or whatever. Like, oh,
I know. It's insane because like I said, the bar is in hell. And a lot of people would just kind of put up with that. But I really felt like Lucy was such a strong character throughout the whole book. Like she was, it seemed like she was very self-aware and obviously she was like insecure and like shy and like obviously wants to find love and be vulnerable. But I felt like obviously she was raising Maya, doing such a good job. She's a mechanic, so she's like literally such a badass. And throughout her, when she, that stupid guy, Oliver, was that his name? Elliot, stood her up, or sorry, didn't stand her up, yeah, showed up and she threw wine all over him. Like she kind of stood up for herself.
mm-hmm.
Um, even though she was like upset and I related to her because she's like, I cry when I'm angry. Like so
Yeah.
do I,
No,
sister.
same. Literally same.
I know. I loved that Grayson. Like I said, she has a lot of love around her when that guy was mean to her. Grayson came running
Hmm.
to the station and was like ready to beat up Aiden, thinking that he was the one who was making her cry, but he was not. Which I think for me, I was like, oh, hubba, hubba. Aiden is kind of starting to realize, like, okay, maybe he cares about Lucy more than he thought.
Yeah.
Super overprotective, and was like, who did this to you? And I was like,
Who hurt you?
hey, who made you cry?
Oh,
Um,
yes.
so I loved that, I will say.
So cute. Um, well, yeah, and then from there, again, they're like still trying to find her dates to go on because they haven't.
Yeah,
Everybody's kind of at this point starting to see that her and Aiden have a little chemistry, but nobody's really
I
like
know,
saying
right?
anything or acting on it. And it's funny too because all the listeners, of course, like imagine this being real. We would be freaking out as a like the public listening to this, like we would be obsessed. But
I know.
so now, of course, Grayson's now in the booth. He's trying to find her a date, whatever. They find her another date to go on. And guess what? The guy
He
stands her
doesn't
up.
show.
He doesn't show.
So effed up. Like the
So
poor girl.
poor girl. I would be mortified, first of all. The way she's just like, I'll just wait a little longer at the restaurant. Oh my God. And then
Yeah.
she texts Aiden. She's like, I gotta go. I'm leaving. And he hops in the shower, runs down there to meet her because he's like mortified for her. And takes her on a little date when she gets a little zwunk and teaches him to play skee ball.
And
And it
they
was
say
so
dong
cute.
dong dong
Oh
dong.
my God. That dong, da, dong, dong, dong. That was hilarious.
It was funny. I also thought, like, I don't think this is such an old book, but that is such an old song.
No, but the children yearn for Thong Song. Like, people aren't
I
like
know.
doing it like they did with Thong Song.
No, no one's donging like the thong song.
Dong, da, dong, dong,
Dong
dong.
dong dong
But
dong.
how does it start? Because they were talking about how like the first notes came on, the like rowdy notes of the song. I couldn't remember. And it's like, dumps like a truck. That's like what? Digging on your butt. But
I don't remember that.
yeah, dumps like a truck. That's like what?
You gotta put like other music over you dancing.
That dong, da,
We
dong,
gotta.
dong, dong. What a weird song. Like, how have we
Yeah,
moved
very
on?
weird song.
When did that even come out? Early 2000s? It has to be.
Probably. I mean, they should say it on there, but
Crazy.
basically, like this is it, sister. Like I thought that this was insane. I felt like I feel like it's like that yearning
Yes.
trope, very slow burn
Mm-hmm.
until this night. Like
Yeah.
I was listening to the audiobook, like I said, and I think that my favorite thing about listening when I like the male voice is you can just like hear like the way that they you can hear the way that they like are obsessed, and I like love that. You guys know that. So
Yeah.
throughout all of Aiden's parts, which I loved, like the back and forth and the dual POV.
You loved all of Aiden's
He was like
parts?
obsessed. He was like, he would notice everything that she did, and he would wear her hair tie, and he was like obsessed. I was like,
Did you hear what I said?
no,
He said, oh yeah, through all of Aiden's parts. And I said, you like all of Aiden's parts?
no, I didn't hear that.
No, I
Gross.
thought the scene was really cute. And also it kind of reminded me of like that old, it's like a classic movie scene where they're like dancing slow-mo in the club lights and thong songs playing in
Yeah.
the background, and they're like starting to kind of touch and stuff, and like
I
she was
know.
gonna kiss him and he didn't want to because he's like, oh, you're drunk. It was like that whole thing.
I know. I will say though, like I think that being in Aiden's head, it's a lot of like self-sabotage. Like I
For
felt
sure.
like that was his character's whole thing of like self-sabotaging because he doesn't want to have too much happiness because then it will be taken away.
Mhm.
So like throughout this, I was like, okay, they're gonna kiss, like they're gonna do it.
Mhm.
And then obviously they're drunk, so like fine or whatever. But he ended up sleeping at her house. Like they wake up the next morning, he's in her couch on
Yeah,
her
he's
bed.
on the couch.
I forget.
Yeah.
He's on the couch, and they're like, she's like, oh my gosh, did we kiss? And he's like, no, but you wanted me to sleep over and you would not let me go. Like, sorry,
No way. I would
mortifying.
be so mortified and embarrassed if I was her. Like, kill me.
I know. And then obviously, who's there? Grayson sees him, Maya sees him. She's not embarrassed because they didn't do anything. And she's like, oh no, we got drunk and like I got stood up and Aiden came and saved me. Sure, Lucy.
Mhm.
They eat breakfast together and he's like, wow, like I could fit right into this life. And he's so comfortable with her daughter. I think that going back to the theme of like single mom, obviously she has her support system, but like I feel like that is like a big thing when you are raising a kid on your own or
Mhm.
you have a kid. Like you kind of have to let people know when you start dating. I'm sure that's a tough conversation to just have. And then two, you have to be mindful of who you're bringing around your kid. So I
Yeah.
think the fact that they like got along, obviously she's a bit older, so it's kind of easier.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sweet.
That was sweet. And I feel like, yeah, that's probably a hard thing for her. And the origin story, it's like literally Maya basically like picked him out for her, you know, in a kind of a way. So I thought that was sweet.
Yeah, I think so this is kind of basically like kind of like halfway through the book. If we look back, I think that there was like a lot of little things that were
Oh
like
my-
invisible stringy.
That was so fun. Like the car
I
and
know.
the coffee shop and like the
I
song
know.
that she picked that was like his
I
mom's, like
know.
everything. There was all these little like twinkly invisible string
I
Easter
know.
eggs, which I love when books do that.
I do too.
Because then it also provides a through line like through the story, but then also into the next books. Because it's like you can
Yeah.
obviously tell because I think we talked about this, the next book in this series is coming out. Like it should be basically out by the time we're recording.
It's out now, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you get little like sprinklings of
I know.
where the story is going to go in the future, which is so fun.
I know. I love that. And I think like a lot of the little things that Aiden couldn't not or couldn't ignore about Lucy and how he felt were those little things kind of adding up. So I love. One thing that I was like really annoyed about is like I was saying before, I felt like Lucy's character, she's like really strong and like obviously she's a mature adult, but like they give her a phone so that she could vet people to go on dates because throughout this whole book, she's still trying to go on dates through the radio station. And people were like sending her really mean messages because her talking about love and her talking about like what you should want in a man and a relationship and what you shouldn't settle for. Sorry, was triggering all the shitty men out there. Like that pissed me off.
Which is, it's crazy because that's like totally
It's
a
like the shoe
believable
fit-
thing. Where it's
Yeah,
like
I
somebody
know.
would send hate comments being like, oh, like you're making my wife like think all these things. Like, why are you being like putting crazy thoughts in her mind, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that is
Yeah.
actually how men act on the internet. And it's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing and also like do better. Like
Literally.
if this is you and you're being shitty, like hello.
If the shoe fits, buddy, you need a divorce. I also thought it was interesting too, the way that her character felt older than she was to me. Because I
right?
forgot that she was like a little bit younger than us, technically. She was like 29,
Yeah.
I think. And she felt like she was like almost in her 40s because it was like she didn't
I
really have a lot
know.
of friends. She didn't really go do anything. She like was working at a shop, like the car shop. It was like she
That
was
is
just
true.
felt somewhat like stuck and stagnant as like the feelings of you would stereotypically, and I'm not saying this is everyone obviously, but like an older mom, who's just like
Yeah.
unhappy in her life or whatever. But because she had Maya so young, it was like she hit that wall early. And
I
I think she was so
know.
fixated on like, I have to provide, for my kid and have a stable situation because now my parents aren't involved and like all this stuff. It's like she just
Yeah.
never actually got to, and she even said this, she never
Gr-
got to experience the like youthful fun situationship
mm,
times,
I
She kind of
know.
romanticized it.
You grow up faster than you should,
Totally.
really.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that shows in Maya too, just because of the fact that she like took it upon herself to do that.
Yes.
Like when you grow up with like a single mom, you take on more responsibilities,
Mm-hmm.
or you are always, it's like you're taking care of them too because
Mm-hmm.
you want them to be happy and you're like, oh my gosh, I get a good life, but my mom, maybe she might be sad and you just don't know. So you kind
Yeah.
of are always thinking about that too.
I wish
So
we
I think
got
that's really,
I wish we got like a little bit more backstory about her and Grayson's like relationship when they had Maya and got pregnant. Because it was
yeah,
alluded to that they knew each other from childhood basically and grew up
yeah,
together. And I'm wondering if it was a situation of like maybe he was bi and they were actually like dating and in love and,
yeah,
doing their first time together or whatever. Or maybe they like she knew he was gay and they were experimenting. Like I was
yeah.
curious as to why they left that part out. Maybe because it was like just didn't
It
matter,
just, that's just life. I think
Yeah.
that they touched on it when Patty was saying like, "Oh, that's just your luck. Like the first time you ever had sex, you got pregnant with Maya." Like,
Right.
so I
But
think,
but like
yeah,
why would they be having sex? You know what I mean? Like I'm
because
curious
they
as
were
to like
dating.
but that's the thing is like because you'd think that if your best friend was gay, you would know younger than I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the situation, but it's like in high school
Oh,
was when they
sorry.
started.
I thought that they were boyfriend girlfriend.
See, that's what I thought also, but they knew each other since they were in like third grade. So it's like you don't think that
Oh,
that your best boyfriend is gay?
I feel like when you're 16, you maybe just don't. You're like,
Maybe you
let
just
me
don't.
just see.
Or maybe he's bi. That's what somebody said in Fable. They were like, "Oh, maybe he's just bi," and
Yeah,
they were in love, but like
yeah,
platonic love. But they decided to just fool around, and then they were like, this isn't really for me."
yeah, yeah. I think that's probably it. And then they talked about how she didn't go to college, but he got a full ride, and he's like an artiste.
Because she
I
wanted to
wonder if
let
there's
him
going to be
have
a
that.
Maggie story. Yeah.
Maggie. Oh, that's interesting.
I feel like that could be a good one. She seems kind of like mean, but like
Or the friend.
fly.
Because I don't know who the love interest is for the next one. Because obviously it's the weather guy.
Oh, it's Delilah. Remember?
Oh,
His enemy that keeps parking
okay.
next to him.
So
The
maybe
other
the
weather girl.
third one's gonna be the friend from the coffee shop.
Oh, Patty. Oh, maybe. I want Maggie.
Okay. Petition. We got to
We'll
talk to
see.
BK. Hey, girl.
I gotta call her after this, actually. Yeah, you're so right.
First time caller.
Wait, how did you feel about the fact that she said the name of the book at the
Oh, I
end?
thought it was really cute.
Okay,
He's like
I thought it
longtime
was cute
listener,
too.
first time
Sometimes I hate
caller.
it.
Yeah, I
I
usually hate
know.
it, but I thought it was really funny. Although it did remind me of this is so niche. Does anyone know the little like skit scene with Brittany Broski and Caleb Heron when he like calls into her podcast? She calls him because she's asking him about like cows because he knows about cows. And he's like, "Oh, longtime hater, first time caller," and it's just reminding me of that. That's like one of my favorite like segments of comedy.
Oh,
Is
that's
the
good.
two of them? I have to send it to you. I'll post it on the stories if I remember. Don't quote me, but it's hilarious
I
because they're
love
talking about
her
cows.
royal court.
I love her so much. I think Brittany Broski is
Yeah.
such a freak in the best
She,
way. Oh my god, I love
I
her.
love her.
And the way she always
Yeah,
yells at us, she's
obsessed.
like, "You guys are a bunch of freaks. You're a bunch of nerds. You're
You're
nerds."
so
And I'm
right.
like, "You're a nerd, bro. You are a nerd,
Bro.
broski." Anyways, yeah, I thought that was cute.
Back to the show. We can kind of jump into Lucy has not found love with all these men that she keeps going on dates that keep setting her up or being a-holes.
Yes.
However, someone calls while she's on the line with Aiden, and he's like, you should go on the date with this guy named Oliver. And so they go to dinner, and guess what? He's a sweet man. They're at dinner, and the whole time she's just talking about Aiden, and he's like, I
She's
think you like
obsessed.
Aiden.
Yeah. She like can't stop
She's
thinking
like, I
about
do
him,
not
can't
like
stop
Aiden.
talking about him.
I know.
But everybody
And so
does
he's,
that. Like when you're having a crush on somebody, you like keep bringing them up.
I know.
So funny.
Isn't that so funny? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, and then, and also Ben said this. I'm like, but and like, okay.
That's like so relatable. It's like, how do you not talk about them in every conversation? Like, I don't know.
How does no one, like, everybody wants to hear this, right? Like, everyone wants to hear me talking about my crush all day long.
Yeah.
So,
Obviously.
sorry, funny. I thought it was a weird Oliver's plot line. It's like, I'm in love with my brother's ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah, like why even bring that up? That's what I'm wondering
I
if
don't
like
know.
maybe he's gonna get a book.
Oh. Unlimited books.
Who knows?
Everyone gets a book.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Dream Harbor where there's just like so many.
I know. Oh, I would love that actually. Anyway, at the end of the date, they were like friends, but she confides in him and is like, I do like Aiden, but I don't think it's reciprocated. I don't think that it like the other night we had like a weird night, and I think she's like, I think I was like harassing him and like not letting him go home and everything from the skee ball night, the thong song night.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you know what? You should just tell him how you feel. And she does.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, the exciting part about this now is that they have a little kissy kissy in the closet.
No,
Well,
they have a
first-
kissy kissy in the booth.
They have a kissy kissy in the recording booth, and then later a kissy kissy in the closet. Mm-hmm.
And more.
Wink, wink. It's a little over the pants OTPHJ, over the pants hand job. Not really.
Ew.
You don't know about OTPHJ? That's something Ricky made up, I think. I'm like, is that a thing or is that something he and his friends say? Right, OTPHJ. Okay, got it. I mean, that's not even what happened in the closet, guys. Be serious.
Be so for real right now. That would never happen. At all. Sorry. So they're making out, and now
it's so crazy for you to say
and
that.
now it's known and it's out in the open. They have a crush on each other, and I think they keep calling it a crush to kind of keep it lighthearted, which fair, but like, hello, you guys are literally both obsessed with each other, and you can't stop staring, and all you want to do is talk about each other and make out. So after that, everyone on the line is like wants them to keep being on the radio because they're like obsessed with their relationship, and they're like, oh my God, they're flirting. Oh my God, oh my gosh. And even Maya's like, the internet loves you and Aiden together because you guys are literally always flirting. So then after that, she's kind of like, okay, well, is he only, kissing me and taking me into the broom closet because of like the social media attention? She knew that obviously the radio station was like in trouble, which is why they like brought her on in the first place. And she got a lot of listeners and blew up and went viral. So she kind of starts to doubt it. But I think going back to what I keep saying is, I feel like she's very self-aware because as soon as she's like, oh my God, is Aiden doing this for the views? She asks him up front, which I think is like pretty brave, like very bold.
She
to
has
just
good
be able to say that.
communication skills, I will say.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also probably comes along with being a parent, where it's like you kind of have to, and co-parenting. It's like you kind of have to be able to, But he not so much. He didn't have very good communication skills.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
he was
hard.
the type, which I hate this, like in real life and in books and stuff, when it's like you think you know what the other person needs, because he's like, oh, I'm not what she needs. Like I can't be that for her. And it's like, well, if you just showed up, like you could be that for her. If you just stepped up, like
if you just were that,
yeah. So that kind of annoyed me because it's like, oh, it's just like it's not right. It's not the right this. It's like, no, just do it. Step up.
I know. I think like the voice actor for Aiden, I thought was kind of cute. I don't know who he is, but his voice sounded cute.
I kind of want to look him up, but I think it might disillusion me a little bit.
I know. I'm not gonna. I think that Aiden's character was kind of unlikable, TBH. Like, I would have been like, you are so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't. I mean, I think that it was it made sense why he was the way he was. And it was actually interesting. Obviously, guys, whenever we do a book club, we read along together in Fable. So you got to come find us on Fable. But somebody said that they kind of thought that it wasn't necessarily warranted, the major trust issues that he had, because his mom was still alive. Like, she obviously went through cancer and stuff. And it's like, that's so hard to say, because it's like, it's probably extremely traumatic, you know, to especially through your childhood to have your mom be sick. But also that's like sort of how I felt, because it's like, well, it would be one thing if his dad had like cheated when she was sick or left her or something. But it's like they were still so strong together and like fought through it. So it's kind of like, shouldn't that be an example of like a strong love? I don't know. It was hard. That was a little, I didn't understand it.
I didn't understand that either. I think toward the end, she tried to like wrap it up with the conversation with his dad. But basically, I felt like it was like 2 layers to his trauma that added into one big trauma. Like the fact that his dad did not want to go on when his mom was sick. Like, if she would have died, like, he would have been so unwell. And so he's like, I don't want to have something than to lose it. That's one. With his dad, seeing that actually pan out. And then with his mom, she's sick and he might lose her. Right. But then seeing how his dad reacted, I think it was like 2 sides of that.
Yeah. So I was able to forgive some of his weirdness. Not forget. But it's like, I'm glad that he was able to kind of work through it, you know? Yeah. And get there. He got there. It took him a minute. No, I mean, I think he did. Yeah. Also, just an update. The author, I haven't seen any photos of. I'm not really sure. I think maybe he's like a hidden guy.
Oh, he's like a top secret man?
I don't know. Because it says his name is
narrator,
Hathaway
you mean?
Lee. Yes. Hathaway Lee narrator photo.
What about on Instagram?
We don't know. Oh, audio narrators. I don't know.
No, I don't want to see, Nikki. Don't show me.
I don't want to see either, but I do. But you know what? I think that maybe he's just not. He's just
maybe he's AI.
Maybe he's AI. Exactly. Crazy.
The other day, someone asked me something about AI, and I read it as Al. Albert.
You're like, oh, it's like, whoa, what is that? Oh, that's Al. It's like, no, that's AI, but okay. You know, maybe it's
I started
AI.
to do it with capital A, lowercase I.
That's really funny. So now, I mean, at this point, like, truly everyone's conspiring to get these 2 together. Like, everybody's on board with this, which is hilarious.
I kind of love that, though.
So funny. So she obviously works at the mechanic shop. They get a call about someone needing a tow. So then she's like, oh, short straw, whatever. Like, she has to go do the tow. And funny enough, turns out, of course, it's Aiden pulled over on the side of the road. Crazy. And so she has to tow his car. They're like, oh, you know, maybe we'll go back to my place, whatever. So she ends up going over to his house after that. And that is when first of all, he's like, she clocked him with the pizza. Which I know. I thought that wasn't
cute.
Even intentional. He had a pizza that had pineapple on it, and she's like, "You don't like pineapple on your pizza," and he's like, "Well, but you do." So like, I want to like what you like. So then she's dropping him off. She's gonna go in. He's like, "Okay, I need 7 minutes inside." He runs inside. She's like, "What is going on here?" She goes in, and he's kind of like shy. She's like, "What were you even doing in here?" And it was because he built her a fort. He built her a fort. And she was like, and at first I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, he built her a fort. And then she goes, oh, you remembered because she said that her ideal date was a fort in the living room. Oh my God. I literally was like, oh my God, how romantic.
I know. I love that because I think it's like
so cute.
It kind of showed, we already knew that he's obsessed, but he's like fighting it still. But you're like doing all the things. So just do it. But like, what? Come on, kid. Anyway, I thought that was so cute. I know. The pizza I thought was cute. I really liked how for Lucie's narrator and like her dialogue, she would always clock that he was like shy or like she's like he's being nervous or like he's being weird. Like, what's going on? Yeah. And that was the pizza instance, and I thought it was so funny. I love that
because he could kind of clock her too. I feel like they could always tell like the other person was like getting a little like awkward and nervous because of the turning of the earring. Like she would like move her earring and he's like, oh, I can tell she's anxious or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that was really cute. Okay, so yeah, now they're there and they get a little freaky. And I will say you guys know I'm picky about how smut is written. This wasn't like my favorite I've ever read, but I also was, I was into it. It was fine.
I was into it too
Yeah.
with Aiden in my ear. Can I just tell you? Oh my God. I was telling Ben yesterday. I hate listening to, I don't mind reading smut. I hate listening to it a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I was in the elevator on the way to the gym last night as they were foofing it up in my ears, and I was like this. I have a volume all the way down. Like maybe I can mute it, and I'm like, but maybe if I turn it all the way down, then it'll start playing from my phone. And then I literally was like having this whole dilemma on the thing. I missed most of it, but whatever.
Because it's so embarrassing. That's how I am in the car. Because it's fine when you're on the freeway, like you can listen to it loud or whatever. But when you're at like stoplights and stuff, I literally have it on volume 1. I'm like, oh, God forbid somebody can hear me listening to my smut. Oh,
I know. I feel like it was pretty PG for the most part.
Really?
No?
I mean, there were certain like really explicit words they didn't use. But the actual activity of it all was definitely not PG. It literally went on for like 30 pages. I was like reading, because it's funny because I kind of mostly did audiobook, but I switched off back and forth with reading some of it. And I was physically reading the big foofing scene last night. And I was like, how long is this? It was crazy. I was like, guys, we are really going at it. My goodness.
Yeah. I was going to say it was PG in my mind because, one, I probably read worse, and two, because I think that for whatever reason, the being of Aiden when they were foofing, in my mind, didn't align with who his character was.
Yeah, that
like,
I did.
It was kind of weird.
Yes, I feel that. And also her somewhat, I guess she was more character accurate, but yeah, his was like, he like turned it on. He was like, wow, I'm a little crazy
I was
guy.
like, who is this kid?
It was giving, hello, kitten. Hello, princess. Let me walk your world in my pillow forts with my fitted sheet. That was what he was giving to me.
I thought you said with my fettuccine.
Fettuccine. No, my fitted sheet. There was one specific line. I don't know if I want to say it on air, but it gave me the ick. Maybe worded out. It's actually not like, explicit. He said, she's like looking at him. She's like, ooh, yeah, like, take it off, whatever. And he goes, yeah, take me out. And I said, nope.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
And I said, and we're putting it back.
And I said, and I am officially as dry as the Sahara Desert. I gotta go.
As your freaking
take me out to the ball game. Am I right? It's crazy.
Take me out to the ball
also,
game.
The invisible string of the name on the cup at the end. When he's like her fake name at the cafe. Cute.
Oh, that was very cute. Sorry, I was checking Ben's location because he's out on a run.
You're like, now that we're talking about it, where is my man?
He's been gone for a while.
I will say last night I was doing the same thing. I was like, oh, let's look at Ricky's location, my favorite activity. Because I'm always trying to figure out when he's at work. Because I'm like, is he still at work? I get mad every day because I'm like, you need time off. You need to get off work on time. He's always late. So I was keeping track of what he was up to.
He's a hard worker providing for his familia.
A single mom who works 2 jobs. Literally, Lucy.
He's probably like blasting that on his way home. In the car. Can you imagine?
He probably is. He's like doing some little manifestations for himself.
I know.
So after their little foof,
she goes back home and she walks in the door and Grayson's like, you foofed.
He knew immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. And
calls the best friend. She comes over immediately.
I know. SOS or whatever the SOS was.
Maya's like, Mom, you're wearing a boy's shirt. Everybody's like.
Everyone's like, hello. Also, kind of the ick, whatever. But our friend Patty was like, okay, you need to sit. We need to discuss. She's like, I think I can only stand right now.
Oh my God. I was like, girl, be for real.
Like, okay. I'm like, you can sit.
Yeah.
So after they make sweet, sweet love, that's when Lucy kind of decides that she just wants to have fun. Like, she doesn't want to go on dates. She just wants to enjoy her life and, like, whatever happens, happens. Which lying. I think she's lying, first of all.
Because she said that to Grayson.
She can only say that.
She's like, I just want to have, like, and I kind of, and I was like,
I hated that. And I hated that she told her daughter, too.
Well, also, why wouldn't they call her out on that? Because they were kind of like, are you sure, girl? And it's like,
Okay.
you know you don't want that. You're just saying that because you don't think he wants to be serious with you.
No, I know. And that's when I eat my words about her being so strong and self-aware. It's like I felt like she was holding her ground for so long until they started to like each other and then whatever. And she kind of settled for whatever he was giving her, like whether that was just the pooping or the making out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of annoyed at her for that. But I think she like the way that her character was like being built, it's like she was strong, but then lost herself a little bit in Aiden and their whole thing. But she was trying to, I guess to me, I'm like, she probably just knew that they were going to end up together. She probably knew the ending of the book. It's fine to say that because you know that you are going to be dating. It's like I don't want to date around anymore, and I want to have fun and be happy. But it's like, okay, you could say that now.
Well, I was going to say also, we have to think of her as like, she's never really had a serious relationship or like a normal like 20s to where we've all done that and gaslit ourselves into being like, oh yeah, like I'm totally fine with like being casual with this guy that I'm actually in love with. Like, it's like, that's so common, you know? But she hasn't experienced that yet. So this is probably her way of being like, hey, like, yeah, if he wants to be casual, that's fine. Like, sure, I can do that. Like, girl, you know, you can't.
Like, you know,
but
you
she
can't.
doesn't know that because she hasn't experienced that yet.
Yeah. I guess like I lost a little bit of respect for her then. Being like, but we all do it. So whatever, Lucy, do what you got to do.
I've done worse.
I've done worse.
I have done worse.
Oh, I'm dead.
Next episode, all of our past toxic dating stories. Just kidding.
Woo. Let us know if you want to hear about it. Just kidding.
No, I'm not telling you guys that. Don't worry.
We're not telling you that. We'll be here for hours.
Yeah. It'll be crazy. Anyway.
No. Peace and love to everyone out there who was once part of our life.
Let me just say there's a reason I hate Libras. All right, next. Moving on.
No. Ben is a Libra.
Oh, right. Ben's a good one. But he's a September Libra, right? Not an October Libra.
He's September.
There's a difference.
And he will tell you, do you remember the 25th night of September?
He's a cusper, though, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so again, they foo. She's kind of like settling for what he's giving her, and they are going through just like little flirty on the radio station conversations. Everybody's obsessed. They like love it. But then we all know this as readers, but Maggie, Aiden's boss, has already told him like, okay, you can let her go. Like, she's not going to be dating anymore. She doesn't need to be tied to the radio station. Like, kind of like, we don't need her anymore. So if she wants to leave, she can leave. He, however, is like not telling her that until she keeps coming back. She overhears a conversation that Maggie and Aiden are having.
Big part. One of my favorite parts. The guy from the shop with the car.
Oh my God.
Because guys,
that's not that yet. I'm about to say it now.
No, but before she overhears them is when he calls into the station and he's like, oh, I thought I remembered you from somewhere, because it was like that whole like sassy, thing that happened at the shop. And then Aiden's like, okay, fine. Like, yeah, just go out on a date with him. Go out on a date with him. Yeah, sure. Because he's like trying to close off. Because again, he's like, oh, this guy sounds nice. Like, yeah, okay. And she's like, what? Like, I don't want to go on a date with him.
Being so weird.
Like, we literally just had a little romp in the living room. Like, I don't want to go on a date with this guy, even though he seems really nice. And she was like kind of into him. So then they already had that weird tension because it was like, why are you trying to do this?
I know. And I think that's the third act breakup. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
He was being mopey the whole time on the call. Like, they had a big old fight, and she gathers up all of her little things and she just leaves and she's gone. Mm-hmm. Basically, she's like, this is my last day. When it was supposed to be a week from whenever, because they don't need her anymore. She's like, okay, fine. Like, that's fine. We're having fun, so like, let's keep having fun. But then he goes and ruins it by saying, she's going on a date with you. I did think that Chevy guy, Ford guy, was hilarious.
I thought he was sweet. And it's funny, at the beginning when she went out with the guy who was like such an asshole and like told her, oh, you're a loser or whatever, I thought that was the guy, the Chevy guy. And I was furious. But then I was like, oh, okay, it's some guy that she was texting. But I was like, oh, why would he make up this elaborate ruse and then let her down? I liked that guy.
I know. I liked him too. Funny that the whole like flower debacle. Like people were keeping her and Aiden together and like her to not go out with anyone else.
Yes. Crazy.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
The old men in the mechanic shop were hilarious.
They were so funny.
I know. So this is where Aiden puts his foot in his mouth and is like, go on a date with other people. Like, we're not dating. It's fine. Peace and love. She leaves, gathers up her things, like I said, and they she's like upset, no?
Well, then, yeah, at what point does she overhear him saying,
That was before, Nikki. I didn't want to just correct you, but
was it?
yeah.
Oh.
That was okay, so this is what happens. She overhears Maggie and Aiden, and I know this because I listened to it probably 2 minutes ago. She overhears Maddie and Aiden says, like, I haven't told her yet. Maggie says, you should tell her, like, you wanted your booth by yourself anyway, so, like, her time's up kind of thing. She internally is like, oh my God, he's been hiding things from me. But then, again, mature, she's like, let me just see what's going on. Mm-hmm. She walks into the room and she's like, well, I'm here. If you guys want to talk to me, like, let me know. Mm-hmm. And Aiden's like shook. And he basically says, like, Maggie said, like, you're done here if you want to be, but I don't want you to be. I really want you to stay. And she's like, well, we can continue having fun even if I'm not in the radio station. And then he's like, oh, you just want to have fun. You don't, like, it's just fun and you don't want people to see us together kind of thing. And he's like, butthurt about that. And then the guy calls and he's more butthurt. And she's like, not now, Chevy guy.
I think I had bumped it up to 2x at this point, so I kind of wasn't understanding the audiobook fully. I was hitting them at the 2x speed, and so I was like kind of missing some words.
Yeah, but that's basically it. So now we're caught up. She's gone. He's mopey. Everyone's kind of like upset. That night, Aiden calls his dad.
Oh, that was sweet. And his dad literally immediately was like, do you need me to come pick you up? Do you need help? And he was like getting out of bed.
I love parents. Oh my God. I can't.
And he got to kind of like tell him about her and like ask him questions and stuff about like falling in love and why he, you know, made it work with his mom and all these things. And he's like, well, like, I wouldn't change it because the hard parts is what makes you appreciate the good stuff. And he's like, yeah, it was awful. And like, but it was all with her. Like, it was worth doing. And I was like,
I think that the dad says something like, it was always going to be your mom. Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, do you wish you would have saved yourself from like that pain or whatever? And he's like, no, because it was literally always going to be her. It's always been you.
This is so crazy too, because my dad, when he was younger, had cancer and like really went through it with my mom before I was born. And so, and I always kind of like forget about that time period in their lives because it's like, they're like such a strong, like legit couple. And I'm like, yeah, it's because they literally went through like a full on cancer treatment together. And my dad was like very ill. And so it's like, that's crazy to me because I like just forget. And it's like, I know. Stuff like that. It's like so traumatizing, obviously, but it brings you really close.
I know. And it's like, it's unfortunate that it's kind of like, you don't know what you have until you're about to lose it.
Yeah. And
like, sometimes you do know and it's just even more heartbreaking, but like sometimes, it's like hits you so much harder because it's like you're gonna lose everything you've ever loved. Like, oh my God, okay, we always talk about it, but I'm like, Ben needs to be safe. I'm like, where is he right now?
No, literally, oh my God.
He needs to be safe at home, and then I will be fine.
Yes.
Nikki's fully in her pajamas today.
Oh yeah, I didn't address that. I am in my PJs. I did a full face of makeup, no changing about the outfit, so.
I text her. She's like, I'm doing makeup. I was like, well, I'm literally not wearing a single drop of makeup. Anyway, so guess what, you guys? The dad basically tells Aiden, hey, you're going to start coming to family dinners. You're going to start texting your mom back. And you're going to go back to therapy because I know that you stopped. Which, like, he's like, yeah, of course I did. So he kind of starts the journey of healing. And I do wish that he would have done his big grand gesture maybe like 6 months after he's been kind of back into the groove of things, not like the day after. But fast forward to the ending of the book. Lucy is at the tire shop gets a call or gets told, like, you have to go return Aiden's car because it's been fixed now. And Maggie said you need to drop it off at the station. And she's like, why? I don't want to. She does it anyway. And she gets to the radio station, and Maggie's like, you need to rush in there right now. Like, Aiden had to leave, and Jackson is talking about the Weather Channel for
Volcanoes.
10
Yeah.
minutes straight. And she's like, no, I can't. Like, I'm gonna leave. And she's like, no, 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 please, you need to help us. So she goes into the radio station, and she's like fielding the calls, talking to people. Jackson's like, okay, we're gonna take calls from, or we're gonna take, yeah, calls now. I thought it was funny that like some random girl's like, Lucy, you're back. And then he like hangs up on her.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I exited the call dropped. Weird.
She's like, oh no, fully ended call.
Yeah.
Then she gets the call, and guess who it is, you guys? Maya, her daughter.
Mm-hmm. And she's like,
And she's like,
remember, you love me so much, Mom. Here you go. I love you so much.
Yeah.
Aiden.
she's like, I
Boom.
have a friend who needs advice. Like, can you give him advice? And she's like, sure, you freaking weirdo.
Mm.
It's Aiden, as we all guessed.
That whole gesture was cute. That it like ended
It
like
was
he
cute.
called her and with Maya and like the whole thing. And
I
he like
know.
professes his love on air to her. It was
I know.
sweet.
I thought it was cute. Also, during that whole thing, when she was delivering his car back, she found a list of all of her favorite things that he had been taking
Yes.
notes of.
Yes.
Which is, again, all you want. All you want is for someone to like notice you
Oh my
and the
God.
little random things.
Yes. I know someone who's like
Uh,
done that in real life. And this is just fairy tale. Not to me.
Who?
I can tell you offline.
Do I know?
But
Okay.
that's so cute. So I'm
Oh
like,
my
somehow
gosh,
they do
that's really
exist.
cute.
That's crazy.
I'm like, okay, perfect. So I have not seen any single note around
Yeah,
this
I'm like,
house
so
because I have.
where's Ricky's notes about
I'm like, I wonder
me?
where Ben keeps his.
Yeah. We're digging around. There's a pros and cons list somewhere. I'm like, oh God, never
I
mind.
know. There's a cons list. Okay, perfect.
Pros, really beautiful. Cons, so annoying. Loud. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't love the third act breakup, and it seemed like a lot of people also really didn't. I just think it
Yeah.
it didn't really make sense. Like it made sense, but I thought it was annoying. I've never been a fan of like a third act breakup. It has to be dead
I
right.
think you have to do it like really right.
Yeah. I'm yawning, by the way.
Because it wasn't even like a breakup. It was like he didn't say anything when she said, I care about you. I want this to be us. He just didn't say a word.
Mhm.
Where it's like,
It's like
just,
he was just too scared, which I get, but
yeah, he was too scared. Yeah, fine.
she was
But,
so upfront through the
sorry.
whole thing, and he was not, which was disappointing.
Yeah. Long story short, they, of course, kiss and make up. I kind of figured when she's like, I heard him like get out of the car and like walk around. Because throughout the book, he kept saying that he would always walk around the parking lot outside of the station.
Oh.
And so he was like walking around. She walks out, meets him, they kiss happily ever after.
Cute.
Oops, Ben's home. Anyway, yeah, that's literally the end. The epilogue. There's like the Brooke Johnsons, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they make up. They kiss, make up. Happy holiday ever after. The way that I said
Yeah.
that was crazy. Happy holiday ever after.
Yeah, happily ever after.
Happily ever after, princess.
And if you guys read the epilogue, I know Nikki said she hated the epilogue. I feel like a lot of people commented on the episode of our hot take.
This was
because
a good
they also hate
epilogue.
epilogues. This is the good one. Like, I think that it kind of tied all of the like random little invisible strings together.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, the first scene of Aiden when he gets a coffee with Jackson at Skullerberg's. What is it called?
Skullduggery.
Skullduggery coffee shop. First of all, Lucy's best friend owns the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Cute. Second of all, they're there and they keep calling for Brooke Johnson, is it?
Some random name. And he was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's like a famous baseball player, but that's like
Yeah.
old. Why would he be here? Like, that's not.
Why would he be here? Like, that's so random.
Yeah.
And he never shows up for his coffee. Fine. That's that first scene. At the very end, turns out that Lucy puts her coffee order as Brooke Johnson.
Mhm.
And I think he like reflects of like, how many times have we been in this coffee shop together? How many times have we like passed each other? That cannoli shop that he used to live next to, like that she loved, like all this stuff. Which I thought was cute. Definitely very cheesy. Like, come on.
Yeah. But
Like,
I feel
but
like to me that's honestly kind of believable because it's like a big small town. It's kind of the same way in
yeah,
Orange County where it's like I'm sure I have at some point crossed paths with Ricky before we knew each other because it's like he would
yeah.
be here for
Like
the
when we went out
summers.
or something.
Yeah. And it's like we would go out in Newport and he was always out with friends or whatever. And like his family's from here. So he would come back in summers and stuff. And so it's like we
Yeah,
probably at some point, like we're at least in the same vicinity. And it's like so crazy to think about.
yeah. I know. It is. Or all those times that we were down in San Diego
Yes.
and
Yes.
he's out.
And we would go out in San Diego in like Gaslamp or whatever. It's so funny.
Yeah.
You never know.
Um, I know. Very cute. All in all, I think it was like the perfect Valentine romance pick.
Very cute.
I do really like her writing.
I do
I
too.
feel like there was a little bit like I kind of wanted more
Hmm.
of more background stuff about Lucy. Maybe I understood her character in relation to Aiden, but I also wanted more of her and maybe Maya or like yeah, her and Grayson and like her
Yeah.
external friendships. But I really like it. We read Good Spirits by BK Borson, and I felt like it was similar.
I like
Like I
this
felt
one
the same
better,
way.
I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah. I think it was just based on the storyline and stuff and the characters that I liked this one better. But I
Yeah.
thought both were I thought she did a really good job of like describing things in a way where it's like, yeah, you know what, I get that. Like I
Yeah.
liked her writing. I liked the banter. I didn't think it was like so
Relatable.
over the top cheesy. Yeah, it was relatable. It was cute. I
Yeah.
liked it. Do you have a
Yeah.
rating?
I do. My rating is a solid 3.5.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I think I would give it a 4. I thought it would like
Really?
I would recommend it. Yeah, like
I would recommend my 3.5 too.
I mean, yeah, 3.5 threes I would recommend. But this one is like if somebody was like, oh, what's a cute romance book? Oh, first time caller, like loved it.
Oh yeah.
But it
Yeah.
wasn't like my favorite romance book I've ever read, but it was very cute.
Yeah. 3.5 feels good. I like it. Like I also, you know what I was gonna say is you were saying that Lucy's character felt really mature. I think from listening to it, the voice actress sounds very mature.
Maybe that's
Like
what
she
it
has like
was.
a deeper voice. It's
Yeah.
not as like girly.
No, I agree. Which changes it
So
a lot.
yeah,
But I think also just like her
I think
character energy was giving, like maybe that's why they chose that actress, the voice actress.
yeah. I think so. I
Mhm.
feel like she probably got to choose. Um,
Cute. What a
I hope you guys
fabulous.
liked
And
it.
I mean, this is really just the cutest book cover. Like, I'm
I know.
obsessed. Well, guys, it has come to the time in our show where we reveal our March book club pick. And I don't know if we said this already earlier, but it was pretty much tied last time. So Mariana's going to give us a live announcement where we choose or we figure out which one has won because it was close cookie before. I think I might know, but TBD.
Do you want to guess?
Okay, my guess is Project Hail Mary because that was what seemed to be the leading one, but I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. So the winner for the March book club pick is 30 votes in Project Hail Mary.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read this book.
This is so funny because second runner-up was 27 votes and was my husband's wife.
Yeah.
And then third was Bury Our Bones. I thought that the whatever heated rivalry book was gonna win.
Me too. That was one of the ones we put on there, guys, as the like votes to choose for next book club. Was the
Yeah.
first book in the heated rivalry series, which maybe people just like didn't know what it was, or people have read it already, or whatever. But like, surprised. Although
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary, this is going to be the perfect time to do it because the movie comes out at the end of March. So we'll be able to
Yeah.
all, watch it and think and talk about it. And we're actually doing this for my in-person book club, like this month going into March. So I need to finish
Oh,
it in the
nice.
next week or two. So I'm going to be reading it early.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I'm very excited. If you guys don't know, I can
Yeah.
like give you a synopsis off the top of my head because I've heard about it so much. Basically, it's about this guy. It's another astronaut book. Okay. I know we just did atmosphere, but we're doing astronauts again. It's about this guy who wakes up from like a long coma sleep or whatever in space. He doesn't really know why he's there. He doesn't really know what's going on, but he is the key to saving humanity, basically. And he's like, okay, well, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. But there's like old, I think like video logs or something where he was chosen for a reason for the mission, but he just doesn't know what that reason is. And I have heard that the audiobook is excellent. A lot of people recommend audio over reading it. I know that it is an Audible exclusive, I believe. So if you don't have Audible, you might want to just get the book and read it. I've seen both are really good. And a lot of people in my book club who have already read it, who like read it physically, loved it. So I'm excited for this one.
I started listening to it probably like 2 weeks ago. But like Niki said, it's an Audible exclusive. So I was listening to it in Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
On Spotify.
That's so
funny.
And
it was funny. The first chapter or two were like pretty funny. So I was kind of excited to keep listening, and then I just stopped. So I am going to go buy it because I want the physical book.
Yeah, same. Wow, guys. Well, if you want to read along with us in March, please do. Like we said, we pretty much host our book club on Fable. So you can find us under the Last Page Book Club. And then same thing with like, if you want to join our broadcast channel, it's kind of weird how to get there. You go to my Instagram, Niki Dietrich. You find the Book Besties broadcast channel on my profile, and you join that. So that's where we do some regular chit-chatting. We do the polls for every book club. So we're very excited for this one. And we love you
excited
so much.
We love you so much. Thanks for all the DMs. Thanks for all the book recs. Thanks for thinking of us when you're reading a book. Like, I feel like we've gotten a few of those being like, I read this book and I needed to tell Niki and Mariana. Like, that's so sweet, you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes. We love you.
Yeah, like, I'm actually like so in love with all of you. So just.
Okay, we will see you next week for our wrap up and TBR bookies.
Bye.
Bye.